creepy, interesting videos from all over the world sent in by you all that's going to make us rethink everything. Thank you, Mr. Jones, for the videos.
The White House with my family, and we were getting a tour, and Barack and Michelle and Sasha and Malia.
Nice.
And it's me and Jada and the kids, and we're walking through the White House. And the night before, Jaden had said to me, "Dad, I got to ask the president about the aliens." I was like, "Jaden, do not ask the president." So we get into the Situation Room, and Jaden says, "Excuse me, Mr. President." And I was like, "Hey, Barack, man, hey, listen, Jada." And Barack said, "Don't tell me." And in perfect form, like, this is why he's the president, he stopped and looked at Jaden and said, "The aliens, right?" And I was like, "Oh, shoot." And he said, "Okay, I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of extraterrestrials, but I can tell you, if there had been a top secret meeting, and if there would have had to have been a discussion about it, it would have taken place in this room."
You should look into this. You gotta find out.
Come on, man.
You gotta find out.
Listen, here's the deal.
Aliens.
I know. I have the top secret information. I just can't share it. You don't think I've made all of these movies?
Why do you think you're so comfortable here? Just about everybody works in the post office as an alien.
Not been briefed by the White House.
It makes sense now.
Of course. I know. I just can't tell you.
Is the true story behind Barney and Friends, and it's genuinely terrifying. During the early 1990s in Dallas, Texas, a struggling children's entertainer named Barnaby Grin was hired by a small studio to test a new mascot costume for an upcoming kids show. The producers wanted something friendly, colorful, and harmless, but from the very first recording session, the crew noticed something unsettling. Anytime Barnaby put on the purple dinosaur suit, his voice would change. At first, they assumed it was part of his performance, but halfway through production, one of the cameramen, Phil McCracken, went missing. The last footage he ever recorded showed Barnaby in costume, standing perfectly still in the middle of the set, staring directly into the lens long after every Barney wears you.
Somebody said, does Barney know about this story? Thank you, Devontae, for the videos.
These human brain cells are powering the world's first living biological supercomputer, and it's learning quickly. But the question is, if it achieves consciousness, would it be unethical to pull the plug? The CL1 is a computer with a living motherboard containing 800,000 human brain cells that power it. But why are scientists growing human brains to put into computers to sell? Well, unlike normal computers that have to be taught to solve problems, these human brain cells think and learn for themselves. They'll figure out what to do on their own, like a human. The neurons exist in a simulated world where they send and receive signals. And when it comes to the amount of power it takes to solve complex tasks, the human computer is 2 million times more efficient than your standard supercomputer. In minutes, it's learned to play Pong, stabilize and fly a mini drone, and can pick up pattern recognition far faster than silicone models. They're $35,000 each, but buyers must show lab credentials and ethics approval before they can get one. Only time will tell how powerful this synthetic intelligence can actually get.
United States scientists have now figured out how to create portals. The technology is top secret, kept confidential. Now watch the video in slow motion as the portal appears.
Crazy.
The show Empire is based off of Diddy's life. This is a theory, so don't try coming to sue
Let me hear
that.
it.
But when this show came out in high school, at first I thought it was about Jay-Z. Then as I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this might be about Diddy. There's a lot of similarities. You got the son that he wasn't born in the streets or in the struggle, but he wanted to be a gangster rapper, rapping about that lifestyle. You got the firstborn son who's his right-hand man. You got the son that is his son, but he doesn't view him as his son because right? What? The son that wasn't born in the streets but want to be a gangster rapper, his right-hand man. If you watch the 50 Cent doc, when they went into the bathroom and shot that dude, Justin, the firstborn, that's his right-hand man. the son that isn't technically his son, but he views him as a son. There's a lot of similarities.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I think after watching the 50 Cent doc, that Cookie is supposed to be Diddy's mom. But in the show, they made it his wife. You know, they can't be too similar. It's loosely based off his life. And look, watch. In the show, Lucius kills his best friend, a chubby dude named Bunky. Who does Diddy allegedly kill?
Biggie.
His best friend, Biggie. I'm telling y'all, I'm cooking right now.
You are.
I'm cooking
He is,
right now.
he is.
I'm telling y'all right now. Yo, this might be for real. When I was a kid, I was like, yo, this might be about Diddy. Like, you know, but then they always said, nah, it's not true. But after watching that 50 Cent doc, yo, this might be for real. I'm telling y'all, watch Empire and then go watch the 50 Cent Diddy doc.
He has a point.
That is for real. There's a lot of similarities. I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie, he got a point. I don't know how true this is. I want to look this up. One of the comments in the comment section say 50 Cent produced Empire. The math is mathing, y'all. I think because he spoke about this, I think the views on Empire are gonna go up. Oh, and then I don't know if you guys remember, but in Empire, they also had white parties. Like the all white parties, like I'm talking about the attire. They said even Diddy tried to sue Empire, so he's basically was dry snitching on himself.
Wow, what a view!
Now, first of all, lad, we've got to get all these medieval ideas out of your head. Clear the way for new ideas. Knowledge of man's fabulous discoveries in the centuries ahead. Now that'll be a great advantage, boy.
Advantage indeed. If the boy goes about saying the world is round, they'll take him for a lunatic.
The world is round?
The Discworld.
For the people on the disc, the turtle was a mere hypothesis.
All this
For your
stuff
surgery, I
shows.
asked if you had packed your cell phone, and you said, which one?
When? Skylar, I was medicated. I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
Did you know Mike Tyson was teens with unique brain responses? One of them was a kid from Brooklyn named Mike. Official reports claimed his body did.
This is hilarious.
Okay, so this video is trending on Reddit right now because I guess laser weaponry is more advanced than many would think. This is not AI. This is not even like the beginning of some of these laser weapon videos. It's freaking shocking, dude. You think drone technology is the Russia-Ukraine war videos we're watching of them shoot, you know, bird shot at a drone coming at them. How about a multi-million watt burst of energy that cooks its electronics from midair? Dude, the future, if we let the ruling elite, which are manipulating and trying to enslave us, if we let them get too far along here, man, I'm telling you, we'll be up against the strangest. They won't even need to use this, to be honest. They'll just crank up the cell towers and it will be like the movie Cell, where everyone turns into zombies because of the cell phone towers and the frequencies they emit, because our brains run on frequencies as well. Dude, there's something coming around the corner. Didn't you hear they just announced Xfinity launched a new function with their Wi-Fi router, which can detect motion in your house from someone walking around if the Wi-Fi is on, because your body disturbs the field of Wi-Fi signals coming off the router, which can paint back a picture to the router of what's going on.
That's that
Think
movie
of
with
Avatar
Denzel.
when they're sitting at the table looking at the battlefield in real time, but with a hologram. They also have that in The Hunger Games. This deception encompasses the food, air, and water supply, where they're putting in strange chemicals that alter our vibrational frequency.
California and Hawaii definitely know about this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The whole DEW situation, smart cities and stuff. But it was funny because somebody in the comment section said that they're about to start wearing blue from here on out. If you know, you know.
What do y'all really think is going on with Candace Owens? Because she got them real nervous right now, and I think something is about to happen. Now, she just said some that I'm not going to say, but I am going to show you because it's crazy. Look at this right here. Read this right here. I'm going to say this. One thing they didn't want to do was get this lady upset. Once she started going down CK rabbit hole, she just started coming out. She started saying things, and people started saying things about her. This lady said she had proof that people were plotting to do something to her. She showed this proof. Still, nobody has addressed it. Now she dropped some information like this. And again, I need you to read this information, because her saying this right here, it might sound crazy to a lot of people. But if you remember a couple of months earlier, they said, and this is for entertainment purposes only, that certain sleeper cells will be activated all over the United States of America. And now this woman is saying that she has this information right there. That don't sound too good. Think about that just happened in DC. And even though that seems crazy, I just need you to think about it. Go down them rabbit holes, because none of this is adding up, but everything that she's saying is making sense. She better be safe out here, man, because they want her, and they gonna try and make an example out of her.
If this isn't revelation happening before our eyes, I don't know what is.
A new AI-powered superintelligence is being built. Engineers claim it will be wiser, faster, and smarter than any human being ever created.
In the book of Revelation, John describes something he saw in a vision. He said he saw a man-made image come to life, speaking and giving orders, and here's what most people miss. The word for image in the original Greek is icon, E-I-K-O-N. In the first century, the Greek word icon didn't mean a picture. It meant instead a statue, a carved figure, or a lifelike representation of a person, often used in temples and idol worship. So if John were seeing something that looked like an AI-powered robot or a living replica, icon is exactly the word he would have used. But it gets even more intense. Revelation says the false prophet is the one who gives the power to the icon. And this icon in John's vision gives the order for those who refuse to worship the beast to be killed. Then the false prophet will force everyone to take the mark of the beast, which will control who can and cannot buy or sell. And we know that that technology is already in place. So Revelation 13 shows a global leader, a global enforcer, and a speaking lifelike icon. Something that sounds very similar to AI-driven robotics all working together in the last days. I had AI write the prompts for these video clips, and then I asked it if it thought Revelation 13 was referring to AI, and this is what it said.
The most reasonable conclusion is this. If Revelation is describing actual future technology, then AI is almost certainly part of what John saw. He saw a human-made figure given animated power, speaking with intelligence, commanding the world, enforcing compliance, and integrating with a global economic system. That describes AI far more than any ancient imagery. AI isn't just part of it. AI is the only technology that fully matches what John described.
Let me know what you think in the comments and follow for more.
After watching this video, you're probably never going to want to buy store-bought ground beef ever again, even organic.
This is a combo bin of meat. A combo bin is 2,000 pounds approximately of meat that's coming in from a boning facility.
The meat in these boxes comes from many different animals and many different places. Some is even from overseas. All of it is ground together to make the juicy hamburger Americans love. Hamburger used to be the scraps left over from butchering just one cow. But a significant change has occurred. Now, parts of many cows are blended together by the ton.
If we take the meat from one animal and grind it up and make ground beef from just one animal, we're including only the bacteria from one animal. But if we take the meat from 1,000 different animals and grind that together, we're pooling the bacteria from 1,000 different animals as well.
The issue of having ground beef from 1,000 different cows is completely separate from the GMOs, the glyphosate, the different pesticides, and the synthetic hormones that are being added to these animals. This stuff accumulates in our body and wreaks havoc on our endocrine system, our fertility, and even our brain function.
Thank you, Parallel, for the video.
We have never seen a virus since the dawn of man. No virus, no matter how many times Bill Gates screams about it in the news, no virus has ever swept this world and wiped out our species. But if we keep allowing pharma to rush new technologies onto the market with no placebo testing, no long-term safety trials, and then we let the governments of the world forcibly force everyone to inject themselves with those products, you only need one time to get that wrong. One time where it triggers infertility in every woman alive on Earth, and you were settling in a dystopian movie we've watched several times. What we just did with could potentially have just wiped out our species. It won't. We're going to survive it this time. But for God's sakes, stop bowing to this religion of science. Stop allowing them to do this stuff. We cannot live in a world where these products are ever forced into us, or we will not survive. Science is going to make mistakes. It's done it before. It's done it with thalidomide. It's done it many, many times. But these products forced by governments into everybody, 8 billion people get one product that, oops, didn't see the downstream effects. What if it skips a generation? It's all the babies born to them will never have children again. Or all born with some diabolical permanent illness. Anything's possible when you don't do proper science. And anything's possible when we don't have choice.
Somebody said test it on the Gates family. I'm not gonna lie. I vote for that one. Shout out to my dad for this video. Big Scooter.
The reason Diddy is cooked is because Diddy put Ezra Dantor on his back. And it ain't enough people talking about this for me. But that's because most of y'all don't know who Ezra Dantor is. Ezra Dantor.
I don't.
Let me tell you about it. Dantor is a voodoo spirit. A Loa. Very high ranking. Very vicious. This is who took down the French. This one spirit took down the French with the Haitians against the French. Dantor did all that. And that is who riding Diddy right now. Diddy is over. Even if Diddy got out, I'm trying to tell y'all, that man mindset, his whole spirit, I feel like she got that man spirit.
Right.
Nobody's talking about it. Even the spiritualists. It ain't enough spiritualists talking about this. Diddy put Ezra Dantor on his back. And this ain't just any spirit. This one of the ones you don't just play with. This one of them ones. Do you hear me? He had to not read nothing. Somebody must have told him, no, this is gonna protect you right here, man. This is gonna protect you. Somebody must have told him that with zero to no knowledge, he went and laid his on his stomach and got the most vicious voodoo spirit that protects women and children. By all means, I'm talking about will take your head off your neck. One of her forms, she shows up with blood coming out of her mouth, blood coming out of her eyes. She's not a game. I just don't understand that situation. And nobody's talking about it because people don't understand what's happening. Diddy is going down finally, not because of what he's done, but because of what he's done.
I'm not even the one that watches documentaries, but that was a great documentary of P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. 50 Cent did his thing on that. I'm telling you, I've never seen so many ducks lying in a row the way 50 did this whole documentary. All the dots connect is what I'm trying to say. Every I was dotted and every T was crossed in that documentary. And the fact that this man is only serving 50 months, but can't be playing with spirits, because them spirits will play back with you. That's not nothing to play with.
With the crimes that these individuals committed, a lot of people are confused on why their sentencing seems so lenient, for lack of better words. And the harder you look, the harder you try to understand, the more confusing it becomes. And that's because the answer is simple. The system is broken. It's always been broken, or probably always be broken, unless the people come together to try to understand what's going on so that we can fix this. Whether it's time, money, or the people you know, the system is broken. And I can prove it on a game I like to call Beat That Sentence, where we compare lesser crimes that get more time than these two. Stepping up to the plate, we got Robert Morris.
It's the music in the background for me.
Church pastor.
I never heard of him.
You heard me right. He is currently serving 6 months.
6 months.
Behind bars for a minor. For you can get more time for stealing from a Walmart. Petty theft, petty larceny. You get maximum a year for that. For 6 months. Interesting. Next up, we got Diddy, former rapper and music producer, businessman. He is currently going to serve 50 months for transportation to engage in 2 counts of it. Now, you can get more time for stealing a car.
That is crazy.
Yeah, just stealing a car can get you 5 years, sometimes 10, 15, maybe even 30. But this right here, just 50 months. Don't forget he got time served, so a quarter of that gonna be gone. Probably be out on good behavior, so might not even see 10 of those.
Wow.
Interesting. Side note, did you know in 2008, Jeffrey Epstein pleaded guilty to a minor for, yeah, he only served 13 months. And he didn't even serve all those 13 months in jail because they let him out for 12 hours a day to work.
Chill out. I didn't know that.
I can get caught right now with less than 20 grams of weed and be thrown in jail for a longer time.
What type of sense does this make?
Like I said, the system is broken, and we got to do a better job at making sure the crime matches the time. It shouldn't be about the amount of money somebody has or the time that they have left. It shouldn't be about the people that they know or the power that they hold. Unfortunately, right now, that's all it's about. Speaking of power, I wonder if I told you that Robert Morris was my spiritual advisor, and Diddy was a good friend of mine, and Jeffrey Epstein was my best friend. Y'all wouldn't give me no power, right? Like, y'all wouldn't let me hold office and be like president of the United States or something.
Oh, well.
In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble and watch who you be with.
That last comment that he said, please do not let that go over your head, because that was a hidden gem. Truly, when I think about it, the system really isn't broken. It's working exactly how they want it to. Like when he was even breaking down like the differences of if you do this versus you do this, you get more time in jail doing this than this. They really only care about things instead of people.
The government wouldn't do that.
Poor soul. I don't even know what you're talking about, but
I can't tell if you're trolling me or throwing me an alley-oop. Either way, I'm here to help. On the video that you left this comment at, I gave you a proven, well-documented situation on our government using its citizens as guinea pigs.
Oh, definitely.
Test subjects. And a lot of them dying. The Tuskegee syphilis study was a real thing. The government admitted to it.
Did.
But that wasn't enough. So on today's segment of the government wouldn't do that, I'm gonna show you they did. Our government would have spread bacteria all over San Francisco, making its own people sick, just to test how a biological attack might spread.
Right.
Our government wouldn't do that, right? But they did. They did do that. Operation Sea Spray 1950. Our government wouldn't write up plans suggesting fake terror attacks against its own people to justify a war with. Our government wouldn't do that, right? But they did. They did do that. Operation Northwoods, 1962. They wrote up the plans, and the only reason they didn't go through with it is because the president at the time denied it. You want to guess who that president was? JFK. Our government wouldn't fund scientists who are exposing women, hospital patients, and children to radioactive material just to see what happens. Our government wouldn't do that, right? But they did. They did do that. U.S. radiation experiments, 1940s through the 1960s. Government-funded scientists. Now, my problem is, if you think like this, I don't think I'm ever going to change your mind. No matter how many of these videos I make, no matter how many times I show you the facts, it's not going to make a difference.
No.
And I understand, because my mother always told me to look for the good in people. But she also taught me never put anything past anybody. Everybody's capable of evil, especially the ones in charge, because they're the only ones with the power to get away with it. Now, when I tell you to stop posting every single piece of your life online, stop talking about everything on the internet, stop taking a picture of everything, stop telling people where you are every single day on this void we call the internet, some of y'all say I'm fear-mongering, even though it's proven the government is looking at you. They can see you, they can hear you. They document everything. They coming up with new applications and new AI to track you. But the government wouldn't do that.
No.
Right? In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble. 50-year mortgages? I got a better idea. Why stop there? Why not 60 years? 75? You know what? Make it 100-year mortgages. 100-year mortgages sounds great because you're gonna die. You're gonna die anyways. And you're never gonna own anything if it's a 50-year loan. Just a glorified renter. Unless you pass it down to your great grandkids that happen to pay it off eventually with all that interest. And if they don't pay it off, the bank got it. The bank done sold it to another bank, which sold your loan to a private investor, whatever. Now listen, I understand the government sometimes seems like they want to do good things for us. Right? They tell you, hey, we want to make housing more affordable. We want to make it more accessible. We want to lower the cost of down payments. We want to lower the cost of the mortgage, 50-year mortgages. But we're not paying attention to the numbers, okay? And I'm not talking about the numbers like how much the house costs, or how much you got in your bank account, or your credit score. I'm talking about the numbers of life. So I want you to stay right here, sit down in Premi's math class, so we can go over the numbers together, so I can show you why it doesn't make any sense. Thank you. All right, now the average age of a first-time home buyer here in America, 2025, is at a record high of 40 years old. Write that down, 40 years old.
Dang.
Now, this mortgage plan that they're proposing to us is a 50-year mortgage. Write that down, 50-year mortgage. Now add that 40 to that 50 you just got. Tell me what you get. 90 years old. Cool. Pay off the house, 90 years old. The average American lives till 76 years old. 76 years old. So as you're trying to pay off that house, you might croak and die. Now, on top of the fact that that's only the beginning. We ain't get into principles. We ain't get into the interest. We ain't get into the mortgage. And I got all that, trust me, I got it myself. Now, Ben made a nice little chart here. If we brought a house, 500K, 6% interest, because some days the 3% interest is over with, okay? Even when you got good credit like me. Now you buy a house, 500K, 6% interest. Now that monthly payment on that 50-year mortgage is gonna go down. About $400, gonna seem good. But that interest, when you get to the end, it doubles, buddy, okay? Now I'm not a teacher. I done gave you all the numbers. But I did have a couple questions for maybe somebody who's a little bit more experienced in this than I am. Now all of this is confusing. And I don't think the average American understands how confusing it is to own a home until they own a home. Because I didn't. All right, you got property tax going up and down, you got mortgages, you got interest, you got principal, you got all this stuff, and then the bank can just sell your loan to a private investor. Woo-de-woo. All I'm saying is, the banks, I'm watching you. You telling me I buy a house at 500K for 6%, and you get my 500K plus another 500K in interest, and if you don't get your money, you get my house? It's the banking system. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, I said it before, I will say it again. The government is the biggest scammers. We don't really own anything. And then to add on to the biggest scams, insurance, interest, taxes, and we can keep going. These are all a part of the biggest scams in the world that we live. This literally goes back to that quote that you'll own nothing and be happy, or you'll own nothing and you'll love it. I was gonna do more. I'm gonna stop here so I can have more to react to. So just because I'm stopping on this video, I'm about to start reacting to the other videos in the next video. So lovely video to end on. I really like that guy's videos because I like the way he like breaks information down. He's kind of cool. Like he's very great at storytelling. I will definitely give him that. Shout out to everyone that sent in videos. I truly appreciate it. For those that want to know how they can send their videos over, their favorite conspiracies, so that I can see it and react to it, please add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. So thank you in advance for those that have been dropping videos. Thank you in advance for those that are just now about to join the Discord. So I truly appreciate it. I also want to say, make sure you guys check out the merch, shopperkyy.com. Link is in the description down below. We have some heat on there. We got something for everybody. When you happen to buy, may you please take a picture and tag me so I can feature you on the website. So thank you in advance to all those that have been purchasing the merch. I truly appreciate it, and I've been seeing it, and thank you for those that have been sending me your pictures. You guys look amazing. You guys look beautiful. You guys are on the website as we speak. So thank you guys so much. You guys, we are on the road to 900,000 subscribers. I have to give all esteem, all praise, and all honor to our Saba Yahuwah and our Abba, our Adonai Yahusha HaMashiach for blessing us with everything as a whole, because at the end of the day, I'm just a vessel that they work in and through. So I have to give credit on it where it's due. If I'm going to boast, let it be in Yahuwah, because there's nothing that I do. It's the work that they do in and through me. Let me humble myself in the sight of Yahuwah, that he exalts me, and that Yahuwah resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. So all esteem, all praises go unto Saba Yahuwah and Abba Yahusha HaMashiach. But we have more videos to react to, so I'm just going to end it on this one so I can start the next set of reactions. Y'all have a blessed one. I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. Why? I won't sell my soul, I know my worth.